I have a lot of cameras. I've been a camera collector for a very, very long time. And I used to pick up cameras at garage sales and at flea markets and things like that. But I also try to keep cameras that I purchased for my own use, except for the ones that, like for example, selling my Nikon D800 and eventually getting the Nikon D850. There's no reason I'm going to keep the D800 if I'm not going to be using it anymore. But I do have cameras like this, which is an old Olympus of mine, which was actually one of my first digital cameras. The reason I am telling you this is because I want to tell you the one thing that I wish that I knew before buying my first digital camera is that it didn't really matter. It didn't really matter what digital camera I purchased. You see, my first digital camera was the Kodak DC something 14N, whatever. It was a Nikon mount, an F mount, made by Kodak, and it was one of the only two professional digital SLRs that Kodak ever made. They flopped. They were slow, they were buggy, they were 14 megapixels at the time when the D7, this was even before the D70 was out. So this is way back in the day when digital SLRs first started coming out, and it was really the best option for me, or for what I thought, and it was $6,000. I mean, I used a lot of my college savings for it, and turned out I didn't even need it, because my next digital SLR was the Nikon D70 that did a better job with, I think, even maybe almost the same amount of megapixels, and it was crop sensor, but it did a better job than the full frame. It does not matter what camera you're using. You can go mirrorless, you can get a crop sensor, you can go micro four thirds, you can go full frame, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If I was just starting out, like right now, if I was just starting out in photography, I would probably go with the Sonys, and I never thought I would say that because I despised the Minolta cameras years ago, and Sony definitely made that system a lot better. I have tried the Sony system, but I just love my Nikon so much that I won't switch. But if I ever was forced to switch, or if I ever had to start over for some reason, or just my advice to you, if you're just starting out, my recommendation is go Sony mirrorless full frame. Go with the A7R3 or something like that. That is a full frame sensor that is mirrorless and nice weather sealing. It's not as good weather sealing as a digital SLR is from Canons and Nikons, but really nice cameras, beautiful cameras, great performance. That's what I would recommend, and that's what I would do if I was just starting out. And that is the one thing I wish I knew before getting my first digital camera.